Hello, Zainey friends. Welcome to our special Zainey Laney Q&A. I am Laney, and this is my side geek, Marshall, also known as the One True Hazard, and my other side geek, Chris, also known as Movie Guy 84. And of course, I am Zainey Laney. Basically, those are our Instagram handles. If you want to follow us, make sure you follow below. But for this Q&A, we're going to be mentioning people by their Instagram handles, just so it's easier for you to find and follow them as they go. We did ask for questions on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and our Google Plus community, which is called Geeks and Beauties. And they put these together, and so, yeah, quite a few of them, actually. Are you ready for this?
I'm not sure I'm ready for this.
All right, so the first question comes from Bethany, and her Instagram handle is BSummerBeauty. And the first question is, do you think you will always live together?
Probably not. I don't know. Like, we're kind of playing it as it goes.
That's the best answer. Yeah. I mean, we've talked about like what'll happen in the future, but of course it just depends on our circumstances. Will at least me and Marshall and Corey live close to each other? Probably. That'll probably happen, but you know, it just kind of, it depends.
There's a lot of other things that have to be thrown into the equation.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's 3 single guys here, there's going to be women involved somewhere along the line.
So we need to see what they actually want at that point, right? Would you say that's true?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. She also asked, what is your dream job?
That's a hard question for me. There's a lot of things. Teaching. I like teaching and working with kids. There you go. We'll go with that.
Right now I'm working on a project, and my dream job would just be working on that. Once it becomes profitable, that's kind of exactly what I wanted to be. It's game design, it's illustration, it's story writing. That's pretty much everything I want to do.
My dream job would probably be either this or social media marketing. Right now, it's something that I could do from home, or that I can travel while doing. Because right now, I mean, I have a job, which we'll talk about later. Someone asked a question about what we are doing for our job right now. But I have to say that as far as a dream job, that's probably what I would rather do. You know, I don't really plan on doing YouTube for the rest of my life, like this, but however it starts changing and going and forming into differently, you know, I have to kind of roll with that, and we'll see. But yeah, definitely working for myself, I think, is the dream. Zombie Ninja Beauty asks, how did you meet and how did you become a family?
How did you guys meet?
I was born.
I came first, he came along. Weird little alien child. Yeah. Okay, so basically, this is how it happened. Obviously, Marshall's my brother, so that's how we met. Then I met my husband, Corey, in college. You know, we got married. We lived there, and then we moved here, and in the meantime, Marshall met Vince, who was our other roommate, at a church that they were going to, and so Vince actually moved in with my parents, and Corey and I moved in with my parents because they have this really huge house, and so we were all kind of living there. And then when we got jobs, we wanted to move closer, so we moved closer to where our job was so that we didn't have to commute as far. And I then worked with Chris for I think it's been almost six years?
Yeah, almost
6 years now.
Yeah.
And so then he moved in with us. So that's kind of how that happened. All over the place. And then she also asks, what's it like living in a house full of guys? It's crazy, actually, because there are so many things that happen to you as a girl that the guys just don't understand, and kind of vice versa in that way too. But at least there's, you know, 4 of them that they can, you know, relate to each other when they have these kind of problems and issues and the way they think, and I don't. So yeah, it's a challenge, I would have to say. Yeah, I'm really hoping that one of them like gets a girlfriend soon, just so that I don't have to be alone. But yeah. The Curvy Nerd asks, what's your favorite tabletop game?
Probably my new one that I just got for Christmas, Dead of Winter. That one is definitely up there.
Yeah, that is a good one.
My favorite of all time still has to be D&D. I've kind of grown up not even grown up. It's just part of my brain how it works.
Mm-hmm.
I see everything in dice rolls almost.
Yeah, I'm a little obsessed with Den of Winter right now, honestly.
It's a good game.
But I tend to like play games out and then I get tired of them and I don't want to play them anymore. And then I'll go back to it. So I would say currently favorite is Den of Winter. It's like an RPG zombie game, but it's more than that. So much more.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, but like old school, I'd say Clue though.
Yeah, Clue is good.
It's
Clue
pretty
is good.
You really can't get tired of Clue.
Okay, so melted caramels. Ooh, I just kicked the camera. Melted caramels asks, favorite Starbucks drink?
Peppermint mocha frappuccino.
Depends on what I'm looking for. If I'm looking to wake up, it's going to be a venti caramel macchiato with whole milk, extra caramel. Or if I just want something with some just nice, is iced chai latte. Yeah.
It kind of depends on where my sugar level is for the day. If I just don't really care or I have a coupon or something like that, I'll probably end up getting some kind of caramel drink like a macchiato or a salted caramel mocha. But if I am trying to be good and healthy, then I'll just get a regular iced coffee and just plain boring.
And can we just talk a moment about s'mores and why they don't make that a year-round drink?
I don't know. It's just sad.
Starbucks, why?
Allie, her Instagram is allie.lg6, is how did you get into geeky stuff? Is it your own interest or a family member's?
I think we would have to go back to our relationship with our mother.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll need a psychiatrist couch for this one. But no, I was raised on The Next Generation. I have many memories of the two of us sitting around having dinner, watching Next Generation.
He means Star Trek.
Yes, Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yes,
sorry.
for those of you that may not understand, you're like, what is this Next Generation thing? Like,
playing blocks and marbles. I just remember that. From there, we just kind of went
rolled into
other
it.
things.
Yeah, I don't think that I fully. I mean, I always had an appreciation for the geeky stuff, but I don't think I fully got into that until college. Just because a lot of the people that I was with were full-on geeks. I was kind of into Star Trek, but I tried to rebel against the parental interests, and then I just let it take hold once I left home. So, yeah. What about you?
I'd say it's fairly. It's weird. I've always loved movies. I've always been into movies, and not really kind of being like, oh, that movie is geeky or weird or different. I just was open to all of it. And then as I grew up, I've always loved X-Men, like the animated series. So that kind of, I'd probably say that would probably be the start of it in the early Batman movies. And then it just kind of expanded from there. As I grew up, I discovered more things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Megan Hill YouTube asks an interesting question. So she has kind of like a three-parter. It says, you can only choose one forever. Okay, so the first one is Doctor Who or Harry Potter?
Doctor Who.
Harry Potter.
I'm the tiebreaker. This is a very difficult question for me. But I would have to say it's gonna be Doctor Who. Yeah, Doctor Who. Yeah. Okay, the next one is Star Wars or Lord of the Rings?
Star Wars. Star Wars.
See, I'm kind of torn on it. I'm gonna have to say Star Wars, but Lord of the Rings is pretty high up there too. Because I actually read Silmarillion. I know all the stuff that's going on there. It's a pretty big universe, but sorry, Star Wars.
This is hard for me, but not in the reason that you think. It's because they both are kind of the same for me on the scale, with the exception of maybe the new Star Wars. But if you had said Star Wars or Star Trek, I would have probably said Star Trek. But if I had to choose one of the two, it'd probably be Lord of the Rings. Yeah. All right, this next one I might need clarification on, or she asked it wrong. We'll see. It is Hunger Games or Jennifer Jones. I think she means Jessica Jones.
No.
Because I would like, is this something I don't know? But I think she means Jessica Jones. And if that's the case, it's Hunger Games.
Yeah, Hunger Games.
I will dissent Jessica Jones.
Odd man out. All right, and her last question is for the side geeks. How do you think you could apply makeup on yourself or Laney?
How? Do you
Yeah,
think
or how
we
well?
could? Okay.
How well?
I've done stage makeup because I've done theater, so I could do like basic stuff. The fancy stuff like that, it would look like a mess. I'm pretty sure.
You should maybe do that
Like
sometime.
it'd just be like a black. It'd look like you got punched. That's probably what mine would turn out like.
Right.
I have no confidence in my ability to actually apply makeup to someone. That being said, I've seen her pull off enough eye looks, and I have enough idea of color theory that I might be able to put together an eye look for someone. Couple that with some lipsticks, but once you start getting into sculpting the face, that's not my field.
Yeah.
I've always been interested in like special effects makeup though.
Yeah.
That's always interested me. So
Yeah.
that I'd probably be like, I'll dive into that.
Okay, Lydia Dixon blog says, if you had to pick 3 things to eat for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Nachos? Nachos is one of them. Mac and cheese. And nachos again. Different kind of nachos.
He just
Chicken
wants-
nachos and beef nachos and mac and cheese.
He likes cheese, did you notice?
A little bit.
Laney, how about you?
Sandwiches, which I know you're like, what? No, I could eat a sandwich every day, honestly. Burritos and ice cream.
See, initially when I was thinking about this question, I was thinking about individual items, not like fully made items. So I was like dark chocolate, natural peanut butter, and apples. I can put that together, I'm good. But now that you guys are saying full meals, I'm like, okay, how about that? Yeah, nachos, burritos, and yeah, ice cream with peanut butter in it. I need peanut butter in my life. Peanut butter and chocolate, it has to be there.
Gosh. She also asks, what are your top 5 must-have makeup products? Okay, so she didn't really say brands, so it was just products. So I'm guessing it's very generic. So what I will say is my top 5 is obviously lipstick. I need some kind of eyeshadow, like hopefully a palette of some kind. Eyeliner, mascara, and nail polish.
What is your favorite of each?
Okay. So right now, my favorite lipstick is ColourPop Liquid Matte, Ultra Matte Lip Creams. My favorite palette is the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I love that stuff. Favorite eyeliner is Jessie's Girl Liquid Liner, obviously. Favorite mascara is, I think right now it's the L'Oreal Miss Manga. I think it's still my favorite.
Yeah, you got a lot of good use out of that Miss Manga.
Yeah, and then my favorite nail polish. You know what? It's actually this nail polish, and I think it's more the color, but it's this nail polish that I got in an Ipsy bag called Isla, I think it's called, A-I-L-A, but it's this really awesome, like, light mauve color, and it's beautiful and it stays on forever, so that's probably my favorite nail polish. Yep. Okay. Dark Sparks asks, if you could be a DC Comics character, who would you be and why?
The second part is also Harry Potter.
Yeah, so that's the 2-parter. DC Comics and Harry Potter, any character.
I would probably choose Hal Gordon Green Lantern as the DC character. I like the Green Lantern. Those are really helpful. Harry Potter character, Mad-Eye Moody. He seems like he's got a fun life.
For DC, I do not know much about it. I probably know like 3 characters. I don't know. I like Batman because he is rich and he has access to all kinds of gadgets.
He's rich.
And I like that kind of thing. So I'll just say Batman. I know the most about him. And then Harry Potter, character. I wouldn't want to be Harry Potter because that's too much to deal with. Somebody with magic. I don't know. That's a hard one.
It's like 90%
because there's like
of
all
the
kinds of things.
characters.
I like Hagrid as a character. I think he's a really cool guy, and that's kind of how like I would like to be. But he doesn't have magic, so like I would say Hagrid with magic would be my favorite.
He has magic. He's just not allowed to use it.
Oh yeah.
You owe me
What
a
am I?
stick, yeah.
Oops.
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. Yeah. So Hagrid?
So yeah,
Okay.
Hagrid. There we go. We'll
Okay.
go with that.
So I'll start with Harry Potter. I've always wanted to be Ginny Weasley because she's got this like really large family and they're all really cool and they love each other and that kind of thing. Plus the red hair, kind of, yeah. Not because she's with Harry. Okay, let's be clear. She is a strong female character and she goes through a lot of crap in her life, and look how she came out. Okay. For DC Comics character, everyone has always said I'm Oracle because they're the person behind the computer that's like making it happen. You know, navigating people through where they're supposed to go, and also I have a lot of leg problems, so sometimes I have to go in wheelchairs when we travel long distances in theme parks, and Oracle is in a wheelchair, so that kind of is appropriate. Yay. She also asks, and this is a really good question, by the way, if you had the power to change one thing in the YouTube beauty community or YouTube as a whole, what would it be and why? A really good question.
Oh boy.
There's this one thing that YouTube does where if you are not being viewed a lot by your subscribers don't see your updates as often.
Yeah.
That needs to change. That way, everybody gets updates as to when you do things.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it so that it's what's relevant to your subscribers, not what your subscribers actually want to see.
Sure.
Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, I think some of that new feed kind of stuff that they do on the main page when you go, that they've done over like the last year and a half, 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that layout.
Yeah.
I haven't liked that since they've done that.
Yeah. I think that if I could change anything about the YouTube beauty community, it would be the way that people seem to change. And I know that I can't really do anything about the way people act or change people, but honestly, I feel like when people become really large in the beauty YouTube community, especially if they become really large really fast, it tends to go to their head and they stop remembering that the community is the community and that the people who got them to that point are the people that watch them. So they get this like really big-headed thing, and then they get into all this drama and crap like that. I have been a part of quite a few beauty communities that had people that were prominent in there that started off at the bottom, and then once they got to like 5,000 subscribers, all of a sudden it was like the big head game, and I didn't really know what happened, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to gear away from that and start my own community, because I wanted to be a place where people who had blogs and YouTube channels and online businesses could go, because they didn't have any support from the bigger YouTubers, you know, and they needed a place where they could learn how to do what they needed to do in order to get bigger in YouTube. Not that I'm that big in YouTube right now, but at least, you know, I've been doing this for about a year and a half, and I have learned a lot, and so we're hoping that we can find more people like me, that we can all just kind of pool our knowledge and like support and be there for each other. But honestly, like, it just boggles my mind that these people are not more humble and giving about what they've been given by the community, and that I think is completely a travesty.
I mean, really, YouTube is just one gigantic community of people sharing videos. The only way you succeed is with the community's approval. So you can't say screw off community. I'm popular.
You really can't.
It's like the inverse of the whole punk rock problem.
Why did you decide to do YouTube, or where or how did you come up with the name and the idea for Zainey Laney? A lot of people did ask this also, but I can answer it. I just kind of stumbled onto YouTube. I had never been a really large watcher of YouTube a couple years ago. I knew it was there, but like, I don't know, I never really clicked in my mind that this was something that I could actually do. I had been pretty much since I was a very young age made videos of myself. Usually they were lip syncing, or Marshall and I would be in there like dancing and doing weird things in front of the camera. So when this whole concept of people actually doing this and then posting it for other people to see came out, it was kind of like this weird thing to me, because I mean, I remember when my parents showed my friends the video of me lip syncing and how humiliated and embarrassed I was by that. But then I realized that like this is comic gold, right? So so I was kind of like, all right. So at this point I was like, I'll just do this. And I had been known by Zainey Laney on different social media channels for a little while. I was on Twitter when it pretty much came up, Instagram as well. So I just thought, this is just something else that I can do. So I started doing a lot of reviews for things, and I did a lot of research on how people get into YouTube. And then my channel has been evolving since then. Like, I don't do as many product reviews as I used to anymore, just because I feel like what we're trying to do is build a community and not just review products. So that's kind of different. The name Well, I don't know. I don't even remember how I came up with the name, honestly.
It rhymes.
Yeah, it rhymes, and because I'm Zainey, I misspell it. Because the Zainey is spelled Z-A-N-Y, but I spell it so it's kind of like Laney, but with an I in the middle of it. Okay, if that makes sense. Because if I'm Zainey, I'm not going to be conventional. So it spelled completely different. Which is nice because no one else spells it that way, so you see it and you know it's me. Yeah. Do you have anything to add? You were there when it happened, so do you remember?
Like, it originally started where you were doing a blog called Laney on the Cheap.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
And then when you decided to move to YouTube, you really couldn't fit Laney on the Cheap in there as a YouTube name, so you went with Zainey Laney, and then you realized, oh, well, I need to make sure that everything fits together in my social media and all that, so everything became Zainey Laney.
That's right. Yeah. All right, Naturally Happy Zero asks, what is your New Year's resolution, and can you stick with it this year?
Drink more water.
Oh.
Yes.
If I'm reading you correctly, I think that we don't have New Year's resolutions.
No.
Would you say that? Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if I'll just think this, but honestly, to me, I don't make New Year's resolutions because that almost guarantees that it won't be kept. Whereas if I kind of like make short-term goals, I believe it's better. Like, for instance, we're eating healthier, you know, and maybe one week we'll be like, well, I would like to start an exercise routine, and we'll try to do that and see if it sticks. But it's not going to be like this huge, for the year of 2016, this is my resolution to do this. I mean, if you want the broad sense, what we're dedicated to in 2016 is to make Zainey Laney be more unique and really more focused in what we're doing, and to grow our Geeks and Beauties community, you know? So, I mean, but personally, I wouldn't say that there's...
Yeah, I don't really have any big goals. I mean, I have goals I've always had, and I still are working towards, but it's nothing that I'm like, 2016, I have to get this done. So,
Yeah, same with me. I personally have looked at New Year's resolutions as just a self-defeating cycle of guilt.
All right, Mommy Wears War Paint asks,
Cool name.
do you enjoy having a partner for videos? Yes, I do, because if you have gone and seen the videos that I do by myself, even though they're some of my highest rated videos because of what I'm doing, I don't feel like I have the energy and the interest that I do when I'm doing it with people. You know, I really don't. So, yes?
We bring the energy to the yard, yo.
Oh no, don't do that.